Bitcoin miners down in Texas, they proved all the haters wrong this past Saturday. There's been a massive heat wave, and all of that is putting a lot of pressure on citizens of Texas. Well, what we saw was the Rockdale, Texas facility, they shut off all their miners at 8 a.m. on Saturday. And what that allowed for them to do was divert that energy they would have been consuming back onto the grid. They kept their miners off until 10 p.m. on Saturday night. That is a perfect example of how Bitcoin miners can help stabilize the energy grid. Now, of course, these Bitcoin miners, they are going to look to make a profit, except for when the grid needs to be stabilized. So when they shut off, those Bitcoin miners in Rockdale, Texas were able to help stabilize 13,000 households with energy that could allow them to cool during the extreme heat. Once the heat dissipates, they'll turn the machines back on and they'll continue to make a profit. That is, until the energy grid needs to be stabilized next time. The ESG movement and plenty of critics, they continue to yell and scream about Bitcoin mining. They say that it consumes too much energy and that it's not good for the environment. But what we are watching is time and time again, Bitcoin miners are able to stabilize these energy grids. And I think that they are actually going to become an essential part of local economies building out energy grids. If Bitcoin miners can turn on and turn off their machines in very short periods of time, it allows for energy grids that produce too much energy to actually monetize it, but to then pull that energy back and support their citizens when they need it most. Bitcoin mining is not only good for the energy grid, but it's also not nearly as destructive for the environment as the ESG critics would make you think. At the end of the day, Bitcoin mining is the ultimate test of independent thinking. You can buy into the public narrative, you can simply read headlines, or you can go do the work for yourself. The more you learn about Bitcoin mining, its energy consumption, and its ability to stabilize energy grids, the more it becomes obvious. Bitcoin mining is here to stay, but Bitcoin mining is also going to become an essential part of the energy infrastructure built in the United States of America.